What's up guys? Today is all about the GTF. The GTF is Diamond C's premium single car hauler. Behind me I've got two very different configurations. Let's check them out. All right, as I mentioned, we have two different configurations of the GTF. The black one here we'll start with. It is definitely more of your basic GTF as far as if you go on the website and start to look at all the options and the features that are available for the GTF, it's going to be your base without adding much to it on this one. The gray one, we'll get into that one as well. It's got quite a few more options, and it's really built for just a different type of customer. Yes, overall they can do very similar work, but the gray one has options that kind of cater to a little bit different work or fun, if you will, in this case. So we're going to start with the black one. The black one again is pretty well standard as you would see it on the website. This is an 18-foot bed. It has 3,500 pound axles on it, which you can see five bolt. It's going to be a 205 tire standard, rated at 7,000 pounds GVWR. The cool thing about the GTF, just in standard form, when I say standard, but when compared to the industry, it is definitely has some standard features that are, an upgrade in most cases other places. So on the tongue, you have this extended deck space, which is usually void on other brands or even past Diamond C models. You can actually, yes, it's 18 feet up to here, but you can use this as extended deck space as well. Say you're going to, load a couple of ATVs or UTVs on it and you need this area for gas cans or for a small generator, for your ice chest. You can actually put it here and you have these small holes for like a 1-inch strap. You can actually strap it down to the lid. You can come back here and strap down to the tie down. You have these D-rings standard. Has 4 D-rings, so 2 here and 2 back here on the dovetail. That's meant for, if you're hauling one single car, one smaller car on this GTF, you have the D-ring standard, but you also have this really cool universal tie-down rail, and we call it a formed rub rail rather than your standard stake pockets that you see that have been used for so long. It's actually a formed rail. You have stake pocket holes here, so if you wanted to add stake sides or use it for a 2-inch strap or a regular tie-down, then you also have this, what I call a smiley, that you can use a formed rod hook strap for, say, tire nets or for your 1-inch hook straps for hauling an ATV. Very versatile. You can use that for a number of different types of securement configurations. So you have the extended deck space there. I had the lid open. I had shut it to show you the space. You also have the what we call HD lid. It's a baby version of the HD lid that we started on LPX and HDT years ago, but it also gives you all of this storage space inside, which you can see it's a pretty deep area. It's about, see, the beam is 6 inches tall, then it sticks down about 2.5 inches, so you've got about 8-9 inches of depth inside there, and then the width of the tongue. So you can put your straps in there. You can actually also mount a battery in here. You have this hole right here. It can run your cables, and you have a winch mount hole. It's kind of hard to see, winch mount pattern standard on this trailer, and you can run your battery cable through this hole and hook up. So you actually have a standard winch mount as well, which again on the other guy's stuff would be a premium upgrade. So you'd mount your battery in here, run your winch cable through, and have your winch mounted there for being able to load, down equipment, or say you were at the ATV trail and you busted your UTV, your front axle, all kinds of stuff. You'd be able to drag it up on there when it's dead. So you have the cargo area there, standard with the 7K drop leg jack, no cheap, top wind 2K jack that's gonna wobble whenever you have it loaded and need to unhook, because that happens. So got the Demco Easy Lock coupler up front. We come down to the side, we have a nice wide step for obviously being able to access the deck. when you have equipment loaded, that step is on both sides. Now, while say this is standard width, 82 inches between the fenders. Most of your cars, most of your smaller, say if you had a smaller tractor, side-by-side, UTV, things like that, no problem, will fit on an 82-inch wide trailer. That works very well. The gray one over here we'll jump into in a little bit. It is 102 wide, so it's for those wider vehicles, the exceptions to the rule. When things get bigger and wider, you would go with that max width package like the gray one. So on the GTF, I mentioned this one is 3,500 pound axles. They're super lube lippert, which means that they're just have a grease zerk inside there where you can easily grease the axles for maintenance. The GTF has a 6,000 pound option upgrade, which this trailer again has standard 3,500s. The gray one over here has 6,000. That increases your GVWR from 7,000 to 10,000 pounds, obviously effectively increasing your payload capacity. So they are lippert suspension. It's an equalizer suspension that helps with, versus, torsion. You does have a torsion option, which some guys like, a little softer ride. This one is standard equalizer suspension. Moving to the back, I mentioned you got the tie downs. They're mounted in this diamond plate dovetail. It's standard with what we call a 2-foot dovetail. So the last 2 feet actually angles down. It angles down right there, and that way you get this really nice loading approach from the ground up the ramp onto the dovetail, then the deck. That it really helps with low sitting cars, different types of cars, or anything that may have a lower ground clearance. This helps with. You can also order the GTF with no dovetail, and it would just be straight to 2 feet right there. It'd still be diamond plate, still get your D-rings, but it's straight instead of the dovetail. Now you'll notice the GTF, the standard one, is really low profile. There's 2 reasons for that. We run drop axles, number 1, and number 2, it's a 6-inch I-beam frame versus a lot of the other guys would run a stacked frame over the suspension. So with the drop axles in that frame, it gets your bed real low, and it gives you that real nice loading experience right there. So these are a lightweight 5-foot formed ramp. You can see these holes are raised. It's a punched ramp, and that way these holes are raised, giving you traction, which is really nice in a slippery, more of a slippery, whether it's rained a little bit or ice or snow or something, you have a much better chance to have traction since you have those punched holes. You have the really nice low profile tail lights here. It has a built-in reverse light, which is cool. If you're backing up at night, it lights it up. Back there, you look in your mirror, you can actually kind of see this back corner a lot easier when you've got that reverse light activated. The last thing I'll point out on the standard GTF, it comes with these bolted on fenders. Now, I'm not going to make any illusion that that's a quick, easy removable fender, but at the end of the day, if you have a situation come up, you can pop these 2 bolts and the front 2 bolts out. Fender comes off easily, where you could load something that's a little wider, maybe it has a body kit and you need to be able to take up a little bit more room here. You could do that and then be able to set the fender back in once you get that car loaded and put your fender back on. Or, there's other cases where folks would need to pull the fender off. It's fairly easy to come off, put it back on. I mentioned the step is on both sides. The only thing on this trailer that is not standard is the spare as an option. The mount is standard, but the spare is an option. So other than that, this one is exactly how it would come straight from the factory without any options. All right, so we're gonna jump into let's see here if I can get this thing. We're gonna jump into the gray 22-foot GTF. Now this one again has a lot more options. Really, the big difference between the two is that max width package I talked about, because This one is geared toward your UTVs that are wider. Say it's a Jeep or a truck or something that is wider. Say you need to haul a Raptor pickup. They're wider than 82 inches. So naturally you need something. You don't want to go to a deck over necessarily because you want to keep your center of gravity low. So your next best bet is to do a max width package on the GTF. This one also has a steel floor. It has aluminum wheels, definitely fancied up a bit. And so would be a really cool truck hauling, or trailer for hauling like a rally truck again, or a custom Jeep, something like that, but can still haul. Like if you look at our main page, there's one that is just like this that has a 69 Camaro on it. So you still can haul some of those lower profile vehicles. You're gonna have a little more difficult time hauling a super slammed, very low to the ground car on the one with the max width package because it does sit up a little higher. But let's walk through this one, kind of show you some of those details. All right, so the front of the trailer, all of this remains pretty much the same. The platform is the same. Like your frame is still that 82 wide between the fenders, and where you get the max width is out here on the side. We build this extension out here that gets you total of 102 wide loading surface. So again, all of the stuff we talked about, I won't go back through it, is the same with the box and the winch plate, the tie downs. But where it gets interesting is this 102 wide package. Again, it's an extension that comes out to the edge of the fender. You have the same tie down versatility built in. So you have your smileys and your stake pockets there. Moving back, part of that package is this 3/16 super heavy duty fender. You'll see inside here we have this pop brace, comes out here to this corner, makes it very, very strong. The 3/16 is already insanely strong compared to, say, the standard fender that's on the GTF. So we add this pipe brace and it makes it where it's virtually indestructible. You could haul a 3/4 ton truck on this trailer, drive it over these fenders, not gonna hurt it whatsoever. So especially a Jeep or something like that would not hurt it at all. The idea is, you come up, your front tire, a lot of people will get to one side rather than driving, depending on the width of the vehicle. If it's just barely over 82, you get to one side and you drive over it. And then when you get to the other side, well, let's say that you've drove over it, you kind of recenter and then you strap down, you're good to go. The vehicles that you have that are, way out there that are, 96 inches wide, you're gonna need to go over both fenders at the same time. This one, they did opt for, and I would suggest when you're going max width, opt for that 6,000 pound axle upgrade, which gives you the 10,000 GVWR. The reason for that, when you add the extensions and the heavy fenders, you're effectively taking away some of that payload. So definitely I suggest going with the upgraded GVWR to where that you get that payload back. Even if you don't have to have it, it's good because for resale value, it would be good to have it as well because the next person may be hauling something different. So the axles are a 6-bolt axle, steel really brakes on both. You got 15-inch wheels, standard with a 225 tire. So it's a 10-ply tire, a step up, a little thicker than the standard 205 on the 7K GVWR. It's still equalizer suspension. The difference is on the 7K GVWR, it's an eye-to-eye suspension. So it has the equalizer, but no slipper attribute, versus this suspension is a slipper spring suspension where the spring actually travels up into the equalizer, and it still allows that articulation, but it's a little smoother ride than an eye-to-eye and just a little more robust as well. Moving to the back, the same setup, same ramp, same dovetail option. You can do straight on this as well, but the ramps are naturally, because when you do the max width package, you do a straight axle instead of the drop axle, and that is going to raise the bed height about 4 inches, making your ramp a little bit steeper. So just keep that in mind. If you go this route, your ramp's gonna be a little steeper than on the low profile one or the drop axle version, which is great. It's still fine for most all of your side-by-sides, trucks, lifted vehicles, all of that is still great. It's just you want to be cognizant of the fact that the max width one's a little taller than the low profile one. All right, so this one is 22 feet long, and that 22 again starts from about the back of the tongue to the back of the bed. You can get the GTF in as short as 14 feet, actually with a bifold gate, all the way up to 22 feet with either bifold or sliding ramps like this one. So I hope that was insightful. I hope it was helpful. You know, when you are looking at the GTF, you can go to diamondsea.com. Look at all the different options there, the different links. Like I was talking about loading options. There's actually a rock shield available. You can see it there, or an air dam goes up at the front right behind. That's what the holes, there's holes out on the edge here. So you can put that air dam on to help protect your cargo. You can get the air dam as an option. So anyways, jump on diamondsea.com, see all the options there. There's articles on the Learning Center where you can educate yourself. That's the big thing I would recommend. Really immerse yourself in all the different educational articles out there. When you're looking to buy a trailer, don't just be subject to what a dealer has, right? You want to make sure you buy the right trailer for you, that's equipped correctly, has the right GVWR, the right options, to where that when you invest in that, you've got a tool that will last you for a long time. So we appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you on the road. Whoa, wait a minute. I got one more thing that I did not cover. I almost missed it. As soon as I turned the camera off, I realized that I missed the diamond plate floor option. Gosh, it's one of the biggest things about the difference in this gray one versus the standard one. So let's take a look at that. You've got on the standard trailer a 2x8, 2x6, number 2 grade pressure treated pine floor. That's standard. Makes it a premium wood floor car hauler, very nice. But some guys, for that slick appearance, and a slick is not just appearance, it is a little slicker whenever it is raining or things like that. But it does make for a really cool appearance, and also super durable. Obviously it's metal. It doesn't, you know, even the best wood over time is going to deteriorate. So you have a diamond plate floor, virtually lasts forever. The weight of diamond plate versus the treated wood is, this is 1/8 inch diamond plate. So even if you got the standard non-102 wide, just standard width, and got diamond plate, the weight of it is roughly the same. Depends on the moisture content of the wood. The diamond plate could be slightly heavier once the wood dries out some, and vice versa. When it's new, the wood is saturated, so the diamond plate could be slightly lighter. But again, it does look really cool, and for like a race car trailer, something like that, or even again hauling these side by sides and kind of for that show look, diamond plate's really slick and it looks good. It's going to last a long time. You just want to be careful. Like if you're using it in a harsher environment and you're throwing stuff around all the time, I mean, even though it is the difference maker coating system, which is very durable, strong, long lasting, it will tend to scuff and show. You know, the gray not as bad, but if it was black, you'd see scuff marks and things like that. Not that it's, you know, breaking the coating, but that it just like if you took a dirty rag and wiped on your black brand new truck, it's going to show scuff marks in the paint. So same thing with this. But if you're keeping it clean all the time and want that slick look, the diamond plate is a really great option to entertain as well, whether it's the max width or the standard width.